William, France has been under pressure to reduce its deficit, and there are signs of hope that they might be on the right track.
It could be. The country, as you said, is under pressure to reduce its deficit to 3% of the GDP as mandated by the EU. Last year, that figure stood at 4.3%. Now, Brussels granted France a delay until 2015, but some economists wonder if they'll be able to meet the target by then. But despite that criticism, French Minister Michel Sapin had said that he is optimistic.
France anticipated a deficit between 2.8 and 3%. So we're on course with the models we've been working with. The growth and deficit predictions made by the IMF reinforce our wish to respect our commitments, which is in France's interest, and at the same time to act to boost growth.
Well, let's move now next to France's next-door neighbour, Germany, and quite a surprising story if we think of German stereotypes. I mean, they've got an airport there that they really just can't get off the ground.
That's right. This is the Brandenburg Airport that was slated to open in 2011, but that never happened due to cost overruns and delay after delay. Last month, it was reported that the airport is only 4% ready, and now that comes at a time when they're asking for a taxpayer bailout of 1.1 billion euros. Delano de Souza has all the details.
An expensive embarrassment for a punctual country. Berlin's Brandenburg Airport, scheduled to open in 2011, is now asking the government for 1.1 billion euros. The project was initially intended to cost 1.2 billion euros, but it's now gone 3.5 billion over budget. When it opens, the airport will become Germany's third largest, with 27 million passengers per year expected. However, with the airport's prolonged delay, public tours of the construction site are picking up.
It's crazy what's happening here. But we're German. We'll figure it out. But I don't understand how we got here.
Below the departure hall, a spotless empty metro station. The cost of its upkeep per day is around 1 million euros. For example, this metro that runs on time ferries no passengers. It only circulates to ventilate the tunnels. A faulty fire system is the main culprit behind the delay. Cutting-edge smoke extraction devices aren't working the way they're supposed to. Architects behind the project have been accused of underestimating safety issues.
It's really bad for the engineering and the reputation of Germany. The whole world is laughing at Berlin. It's bad for our image.
There's an internal deadline to finish the airport by October 2016, but engineers have warned that might not be possible. There's still no official date set for the hub's opening.
I feel a little bit guilty because I somewhat enjoy this story for some horrible reason. But anyway, let's take a look at the markets, William.
That's right. Things in Asia largely in the red today. Japan shares have hit a 6-month low and could log their worst performance since March 2011's tsunami and nuclear disaster. Meanwhile, things in Europe just getting underway here. That sell-off in Asia and the U.S. carrying over. The CAC 40 down just at 0.8%.
Not a great start to the weekend for some, but let's take a look now at other company news.
All right, well, Trois Suisses France plans to cut 198 jobs here. The French clothing and furniture retailer made the announcement as it plans to scrap its paper catalog. Instead, it will shift its focus to developing its internet business. The group currently employs 409 people, but since 2008, the French division has lost about 300 million euros.
IBM will acquire Silverpop. The Atlanta-based tech firm makes software that monitors customer behavior, such as commenting on a blog post or watching advertisements. Terms of the deal were not disclosed, but are reportedly in the ballpark of $270 million.
And starting April 15th, Google Glass goes on limited sale for 24 hours in the United States. The internet-connected headset will cost $1,500 and has been lauded as the future of computing and hailed as a death of privacy. The device's most controversial feature is a small camera that can record video or snap photos. Google Glass is an example of more tech firms exploring wearable technologies.
Are you going to buy a pair, William?
I don't think I don't trust myself with glasses. I think I look silly.
Time very quickly for one last story coming out of China about a new game that's sweeping the country.
That's right. Now, this is based on a Japanese video game called Room Escape, and Chinese businesses have been taking that deal and transferring it into real life where players try to escape a room that's modeled after a murder scene, hospital rooms, or even the supernatural. They say it's sweeping across the country. Players pay just $10 to have the thrill of making a video game real life.
Right, well, on that note, we'll take a look at what's grabbing headlines around the world this time. First of all, a lot of focus